Coming up, texting while driving may soon become illegal in all 50 states.
And we'll tell you why you might have trouble finding a late-night cab in Adams Morgan. This is District Wire News. Good evening, I'm Tom Hana.
And I'm Alexis Rodriguez. What will it take to keep people from texting and driving? Lawmakers met last week to discuss a possible solution. Brooks May has more on the story.
Texting. While you walk? While you sit? But what about while you drive? A distracted driving conference in D.C. last week focused on the perils of texting while behind the wheel. The Harvard Center for Risk Analysis says cell phone-related crashes are responsible for 2,600 deaths each year and more than 300,000 injuries. Some experts say the only thing that will change people's habits is a nationwide campaign that promises immediate punishment, like Click It or Ticket. Maryland driver Amanda Moore got into an accident while texting on her cell phone.
I hit her at like 30 miles an hour at a stoplight because I was texting because I looked down for like 2 seconds.
18 states, including Maryland and Virginia, as well as the District of Columbia, have laws on the books banning texting and driving. For District Wire News, I'm Brooks May.
D.C. residents who were looking for a late cab ride home from Adams Morgan on Saturday night had to find alternative transportation. Anna Tuman has more on the story.
Adams Morgan has been a D.C. hotspot for nightlife, but on Saturday, D.C. residents had to find alternative methods for getting home during the wee hours of the night. D.C. cabbies refused to pick up customers between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. during the weekend as part of their protests against poor wages.
They have issues with this meter structure and the rate structure.
On top of their poor wages, a proposal was made by D.C. City Councilman Jim Graham, which would force cabbies to pay a monthly fee to work in the city. Drivers were not happy.
It has to be equitable, just like the rest of the country. The standard of living is much higher here than most other places, and other places' rate structure is a lot higher than ours.
D.C. residents say they frequently take cabs home from Adams Morgan for safety reasons once the metro is closed.
You're with a group of your girlfriends and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and there's people, the drunk people on the street saying, "Hey baby," you know, it's kind of, you want to make sure you have a cab.
Now the legislation has been discarded and cabbies should be working Adams Morgan next weekend. The taxi cab hearing to discuss issues has been postponed to later this month. This is Anna Tuman reporting for District Wire News.
While many young students are still deciding what career path to follow, the federal government is deciding who to hire. According to the AU Career Center, the federal government will need to hire 273,000 new employees over the next 3 years. That's why the Career Center is hosting the Federal Career Week here at American University. The CIA, Department of Agriculture, and Department of Homeland Security headline the attendance list, with 13 others also listed as presenters during the week.
AU is still waiting to get its hands on the H1N1 vaccine. The CDC released the shots today, but only to healthcare workers in Indiana and Tennessee. On the AU campus, there are 32 students and 10 faculty members who reported flu-like symptoms in the last week. Weekly updates on the number of diagnosed cases can be found on the Quick Links section of the AU homepage. Coming up after the break, cigars and marijuana, you'll be surprised to find out what they have in common. And we'll tell you what the D.C. City Council is trying to do to stop the sales of some cigars. A full report is straight ahead.
And smoking on campus. A group of AU students are fighting to ban smoking on campus. Stay tuned to District Wire News. Cigar smokers in D.C. may have to start buying in bulk. Brooks May has more on the story.
Some cigars are sparking a lot more than the small flame it takes to light them. A new proposal by the D.C. City Council seeks to ban the sale of some single cigars. Their reason? To keep consumers from using the cigars to smoke marijuana.
It is no secret in our community that these individual cigars are being purchased for the sole purpose of smoking marijuana and PCP. I believe that we have to do what we can to curb drug use.
Local business owners came out against the bill, fearing it might hurt their sales. Yane Semide of President Cigars says they're prepared for the change in law, but it will still have negative consequences for her business.
It will affect our sales, but the government what is looking with this is to protect the kids not to get into attractive packaging or something to encourage them to smoke.
The proposal limits only the sale of cigars with low price tags, like the ones sold in gas stations and corner stores. And it doesn't ban them altogether, just makes it so that the cigars must be sold in packs of 5 or more. Casual cigar smoker Zach Green says he's not sure the ban will achieve what it aims to.
People are going to smoke. I think no matter what happens, it's just going to change their buying habits.
The proposed bill will not apply to premium hand-rolled cigars like the ones sold in specialty tobacco stores. Prince George's County put a ban like this one into effect last April.
If the sale of single cigars is banned, you won't be able to buy these for much longer. Reporting for District Wire News, I'm Brooks May.
Cigarette butts are just about everywhere on the AU campus, despite the smoker poles outside of every building. AU's Colleges Against Cancer wants to change all that. They're looking to implement a smoke-free policy that bans smoking on all DC University campuses. By doing this, they're helping decrease the rate of people diagnosed with lung cancer. The group is holding its first meeting tonight.
The Sigma Epsilon brothers are also fighting cancer. They will be on AU's quad today, and they want you to sign their balls. They're giant beach balls, that is. Signing your name indicates that you've made a donation. All proceeds go to the Testicular Cancer Research Center.
A new sport is taking hold of the AU campus. It's called Quidditch, and it's Harry Potter's favorite sport. If you want to learn how to play, come to one of the general interest meetings being held this week. The first one is tonight at 7 p.m. in Ward 2. Other meeting times can be found online at my.american.edu.
The Dalai Lama is visiting Washington this week, but will not meet with the president. Obama is delaying the meeting in an attempt to gain favor with China. His Holiness is still coming to AU on Saturday to discuss his views on traditional Buddhist teaching, meditation, and action, all of which helps you achieve a good life. The Dalai Lama received the Nobel Prize in 1989 for his efforts of nonviolent conflict resolution. That's all we have tonight. Thanks for watching District Wire News. I'm Tom Hayna.
And I'm Alexis Rodriguez. Have a wonderful evening.